I think there's a big link between music and mathematics, and many people have talked about this connection. Leibniz, who invented the calculus, said that music is the pleasure the human mind experiences with counting without realizing that they're counting. But I think the connections go much deeper than just counting. Composers are very often on the lookout for interesting structures to frame their composition. And what I'm finding in the music that I'm looking at here in Stockholm is that there are fascinating mathematical structures that I'm interested in as a mathematician, which underpin many of the pieces that we're looking at here in Stockholm. We got a chance to actually explore some really fascinating pieces of music. So actually from Bach, Mozart, all the way through to Berg and Messiaen. So it's interesting, Bach's student, Mitzler, used to say that Bach's music was the process of sounding mathematics. And his idea of themes and variations, he uses a lot of mathematical games and algorithms to take a very simple theme and then to evolve it into something very complex. So I'm hoping to show the audience and perhaps some of the members of the orchestra actually these little algorithms, how a simple seed can give rise to the complexity of Bach's music. And if you go through to something like the 20th century, then people like Berg were using a system where they threw away a lot of structure, the sort of harmonic structure that Mozart and Bach were using, and they replaced it with just looking at the chromatic scale and considering each of the 12 notes as somehow equal. But if you throw away structure, you need new structure in order to frame your composition. Stravinsky actually always used to say that I'm only creative under huge constraints. And actually these constraints for someone like Berg in the lyric suite come again from mathematics. Daniel came to me with this idea of interplay, playing with the relationship between music and many other disciplines. And for me, it was just a fantastic excuse to spend some time getting to know these pieces intimately. So Daniel and I sat down, talked about the repertoire. I said the sort of composers that I loved, and we pieced together this program, which I think is quite adventurous. You know, it's pushing all of us. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun just exploring how to bring alive the mathematics. We're working with a fantastic visual company, artists and engineers who are realizing an extraordinary visual sort of landscape which will be played alongside the music, which will try and bring out some of the geometry that's hiding underneath the soundscape. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun playing.